Before Minnesota was granted an expansion franchise, the NHL consisted of 6 teams, known as the Original Six. It turns out that nickname is misleading. The NHL was formed in 1917 over a legal dispute in a different league known as the NHA, the National Hockey Association. One of the teams in the NHA, the Toronto Blue Shirts, was owned by a man named Eddie Livingstone. Livingstone didn't get along very well with some of the other league owners. In February 1917, owners met without Livingstone present and suspended his team to reportedly even up the number of teams. Livingstone sued, and during the subsequent legal battle, the 4 other teams decided to form their own league without him. On November 26, 1917, the NHL was formed with 4 teams: the Montreal Canadiens, the Montreal Wanderers, the Ottawa Senators, and the Toronto Arenas. Frank Calder would serve as the first league president. Over the years, different teams would come and go. The Wanderers only played a few games that first season because their arena burned down. In 1919, after another legal dispute with Livingstone over the loss of his players and his NHA team, Toronto was sold to the St. Patrick's Hockey Club and would change their name. The Quebec Athletic Club, nicknamed the Bulldogs, who had previously been in the NHA, also joined the NHL that year. The Bulldogs moved to Hamilton and were renamed the Tigers in 1920. They moved to compete with a new league being started by Livingstone, which was also rumored to be setting up in Hamilton. In 1924, the Boston Bruins and the Montreal Maroons joined the league. Due to a players' strike, the Tigers franchise was revoked, and the roster was sold to the expansion New York Americans, who started play in 1925 along with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Coincidentally, Livingstone was reportedly trying to start another competitor league and was eyeing East Coast cities. 1926 would bring divisional play, and the league expanded to 10 teams by adding the Chicago Blackhawks, the Detroit Cougars, and the New York Rangers. During the 1926-27 season, Toronto was sold to a group including Conn Smythe, who would change their name to the Maple Leafs. This brought the league to 10 teams, the most it would have until 1967. The Pirates relocated in 1931 and became the Philadelphia Quakers, but folded after the season. Detroit changed their name to the Falcons, and due to financial difficulties, the Ottawa Senators would take the next year off. In 1932, the Senators would rejoin the league, and Detroit changed their name to the Red Wings after being sold to James Norris. In 1934, the Senators would move to St. Louis and be renamed the Eagles. They would last for 1 season. Following the 1938 season, the Maroons suspended play due to financial difficulties and were eventually folded by the league. That reduced the number of teams to 7. In 1941, the Americans changed their name to Brooklyn in an attempt to move and save the financially struggling team. But they couldn't find an arena and would end up suspending operations after the 41-42 season. The Americans folding left 6 teams for the 1942 season. Those 6 teams would come to be known as the Original Six and play for the next 25 seasons from 1942 to 1967.